and welcome to the 505 Circle, a platform which showcases inspirational stories and the journey of eminent thought leaders, creators from different walks of life. In today's episode, we'll be talking to Akhshay Gandhi. Akhshay, thank you so much and welcome to the 505 Circle.
Thank you. We have always been doing theatre since our Homo sapien beginning days, So I feel it has so much of, it's like an ocean. And I feel I would like to swim in that ocean for long. If my desire or values are about including the world, giving different meanings to same things, then my theatre will automatically reflect that. And theatre becomes a medium, like a bridge between what I believe and what I want audience to also sort of look at.
Every single production brings new challenges, new learning. One gets to see the world in a different view with each production actually.
I was lucky and privileged and honored enough to work with Akhshay from May.
Akhshay, tell us something. How does theatre affect you? I mean, how do you perceive your life as a theatre practitioner?
Theatre has always affected me. Any form of art, I think, constantly affects us. I personally feel that even when you arrange your living room, it affects you, right? Because you want it in a certain way. It makes you feel something. So theatre is a direct engagement with the arts or these idea of artistic ideas. So it constantly affects me because it allows me to enrich myself as a human being. Ultimately, I feel my desire is to keep enriching myself, to expand myself as a human being. And theatre gives me this space, this possibility that I can enter into people's world, not just as actor but also as directors. Look into phenomena more closely and to really look at it from different dimensions. So I was earlier a technology person. So I have to look at things from technology point of view. But now in theatre, when I'm looking at any subject or any phenomena or any condition, human condition, it becomes like a university. You go back into that phenomena, you strip it out, you try to understand it from economic side of view, human side, psychological side, intellectual side, socio-political side. So it becomes a process where what ultimately happens is you expand yourself as humans. And it allows me to include more of the world. And I feel as my world expands, it feels like there's so much more. The universe is just constantly expanding and there's so much more space. So it affects me because in rehearsal rooms and performances, what we are looking at is human condition. What we are looking at is why certain things happen and what drives these things. So it allows me to expand as a person, as an individual. And I feel that is same with people who are watching theatre or engaging theatre with any form or medium. How it affects me as a practitioner? I personally believe that each of us individuals live our life in a certain way. And we have our own practice. And that practice is like an inner compass. It allows or guides us. Most of the time, it is the personal mythology which is inside us, the stories we believe in, the kind of decisions we make, the kind of beliefs we work with, and it guides us. It helps us make decisions in life. And that I feel is practice. A compass which allows you to guide, navigate through reality, navigate through time of whatever we are going to live for. So as a theatre practitioner, it becomes an additional thing. So I have an individual thing, which is my personal mythology, my belief system, my values, which is constantly changing, I feel, which is evolving. And then there is a theatre practice. The theatre practice is a practice which questions me, which questions everything around me, which allows me to say, why just this? Why not this? Right. So the theatre practice actually influences my inner values, influence me as a person. The practice itself, practicing the theatre itself allows and enriches those values. So as a human being, then I go forward. At the same time, my inner values drive what my theatre value will be. Like the kind of work I will do. For example, do I want to have a statement in my play? Do I want to give a meaning to certain things in a specific way? All of that is part of my reality as a theatre practitioner. Ultimately, you're going to create a piece of work, a piece of art, and what should it reflect? Ultimately, it reflects who you are. So if I have a value which has to do with activism, change, I need to really bring change to world, somehow my theatre will also reflect that. If my desire or values are about including the world, giving different meanings to same things, then my theatre will automatically reflect that. And theatre becomes a medium, like a bridge between what I believe and what I want audience to also sort of look at. The audience might believe in a completely different thing, but then this becomes like this bridge where we meet. I share my values with them, and by them being present, they sort of give back some values to me. So in that way, theatre practice is very important. So I feel every individual, the work the individual do has a specific practice. So the work which an individual do is in one way practice that individual is doing, and that brings inside a kind of change, a kind of transformation with which we navigate our life. So theatre practice as a practitioner, yes, very clearly the practice I do influences me as an individual. That practice also influences the kind of work I do, kind of aesthetics I bring, kind of content I offer, kind of experience which theatre creates, and everything else, like my personal mythology, affects the practice.
Where do you see the Indian theatre ecosystem, headed to?